better to accept all the flows in our country and to enjoy here. Don't just faster judge the Philippines that you will not gonna stay here because there is so much killing, so much scammers or anything. Hey, what's up, Tingkles? Welcome back again to another video. For today's video, as you can see in my thumbnail, of course, it's all about why you should not move here in the Philippines. So there are some reasons that I will gonna tell to you here why you should not move here in the Philippines. The first reason that you should not move here in the Philippines is if you don't have knowledge about PH. Yes, if you don't have knowledge about Philippines, why you decide to move here? So if you really wanted to move here in PH, you should make experience with your own self. You should not depend on the videos or some suggestions to your friends that already here in the Philippines because you have different likes and dislikes, right? So people were gonna tell you Philippines is very nice. Philippines is a comfortable place to stay. It's really nice, but you have no experience. There's always a saying that experience is the best teacher. So, if you want to live here in the Philippines or to move here in the Philippines for good, you should try at least first visit Philippines and try to stay a little longer vacation, and so that you have such ideas what are the kind of life here in the Philippines you will have if ever you will move here. So, do not move here if you have no knowledge about Philippines because all your knowledge is only about Filipina. The next one is do not move here if you don't like noisy surroundings. Yeah. So if you don't like the neighbors singing karaoke in the middle of the night, even late in the evening, the whole day, and you have no chance to rest with your ears because the neighbors are enjoying their karaoke, they have birthdays, fiesta celebration. So for sure, there's always loud noise in the surroundings. So if you cannot live with such surroundings like that, you all know that we Filipino love to make karaoke. That is our way to make fun if there is a celebration. So if you cannot accept that loud noise, why you should stay here in the Philippines? And especially different barks of dogs. Here in the Philippines, mostly people have their own dogs. And somehow the dogs are free, so the dogs are gonna go anywhere they want and they will bark wherever they want. So it's so loud. So if you don't like such loud or noise surrounding, then don't visit Philippines because the people here are used to have loud surroundings. So if you can survive with loud noise, then you better stay in your country. The next one is not be kind. Yeah. So if you are not kind to others or to the fellow Filipinos, you should not move here in the Philippines. If you had such bad attitude, you should not move here in the Philippines because we all know that we Filipinos are really hospitable people. We are respectable. We are respectful. Even to strangers, we show a respect. So if you have such bad attitude, then why you should visit Philippines? Filipinos have different kind of attitude. We are generous, we are kind, we are respectful and hospitable. So if you have such attitude like that, why you should visit Philippines? We deserve kindness because we show kindness. So if you cannot give that to the people here in the Philippines, why you need visit Philippines? then stay in your country. There's no problem with that. Next one is if you are impatient, especially during when you are going to the doctors, to the hospital. There's some situation that I let my tita to go to some clinic to make appointment for me because I need check up for my heart. And then the secretary foster said, asked my name. And then when she know my family name, which is really obvious that I have a foreigner family name, so she faster said, oh, it's a foreigner. Most foreigner is really impatient. They really want to be the first one that we will cater, even they're not the first one who came. They want that we will be faster entertain them. No. Here in the Philippines, it's really common about waiting. So don't feel so special about yourself just because you're a foreigner. Everyone deserves equal treatment. So if you are impatient for some situation or some things, then you should better not stay here. That's really true. There are some foreigners that are very like that. Not only in the hospital, even if you will buy something in the supermarket, you will make lines for paying your bills with all your groceries, and if the cashiers are a little bit slow for working, it's not that they're slow. That is really their fast. But if you expect that the people here in the Philippines is fast as you have in your country, we have different, we have different kind of movement. So don't be impatient. If it's time for you, then it's your time. You don't need to rush things, because the more you make things rush, the more it's complicated, right? Just like relationship. If you rush your relationship with some Filipinos you just met online, it will not work. So just be patient. Okay? And if you cannot handle that, then better you will not gonna live here. So the next one is about the weather here in the Philippines. We both know that we have only two seasons, winter and summer. And during summer, is it really hard to survive? It's so hot. And if you always keep on complaining about the weather, then why you should stay here? If you don't like the weather here in the Philippines, why you're always looking for a Filipina, right? So if you want to have a good weather, a cold, warm weather, then you might better look for some places to stay. Right? So if you want to live here in the Philippines, you should first learn to love the country before you decide to love Filipina. That's the most important thing. The only way that you can stay in a place or here in the Philippines is you should first love the country. So don't keep on complaining about our weather, that it's so hot, because it's our we cannot do anything about that. It's nature. And that's we was raised with it. We was born with such weather. So if you cannot accept such weather like that, then better not stay here. The next one is about traffic. We all know that it's really traffic, especially in the biggest city like Manila, Cebu. So if you're so faster get irritated about the traffic and you faster blame the people who is working on it, that they cannot make it so faster, they cannot make things easier, don't make so much complain about it, because everyone is working on it. Everyone have their own responsibility, have their own work. So stop complaining about how Philippines run for such things. Slow, everything. So if you keep on complaining about our country, then stop and stay in your country. You came here because you wanted to experience how kind the people is, how hospitable we are, and how respectful we are, and how beautiful the country is with so much beautiful Filipinos. So, if you really want to stay here in our country, then better to accept all the flows in our country and to enjoy here. Don't just faster judge the Philippines that you will not gonna stay here because there is so much killing, so much scammers or anything. Everyone in the world, in the universe, in every country, there are always bad and a good side. So if you will focus on the bad, then you have no bright future. If you're always looking in Filipina and you're thinking about the scammers, if you're always thinking that Filipina are scammers, they only wanted your money, then why you always keep on looking for a Filipina if that is your mindset about money? Stop looking for a Filipina if that's always in your mind, because you will never be successful. If you want to have a Filipina, then focus. Focus on your goal about that. Focus about looking and thinking about good side, not just because you had experienced one time Filipina who scammed you, who only asked you much money, and then you also make that with the other Filipina that you met. Always remember, everyone have different attitude. So you cannot compare one Filipina to other Filipina just because they are Filipina. Because even we are all Filipina, we have different attitude. And if you want to be successful looking for a Filipina, you should not compare to them, to your exes, to your past experience. Okay? And if you want to live here in the Philippines for a longer time, for living here, for retired here for good, then accept all the flows here in the Philippines and learn to love our country, learn to love the people, and learn to know what are the cultures, the traditions that you might encounter, that you might experience also. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video, and before I will end this, I will first give a shout out to those people who commented on our previous video. Mr. FE, thank you for your comment, and also Mr. Kurt, Mr. George, Matt, and Mr. Clyde. Oh my god, it's raining now here. Thank you so much, Tingkles, for watching this video. I hope you consider to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for you to be updated for our next video. So I will finish now because it started raining. Bye bye, Tingkles. Mwah.